Are you looking for the best soft coolers? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best soft coolers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. IceMule Pro Cooler 23L. Dry bags are a staple of river trips, as are heavy, bulky hard-sided coolers. The IceMule Pro essentially combines the two into an insulated, durable dry bag perfect for a day on the water. Like a good dry bag, the IceMule Pro has a roll-top closure that it claims will not let water in or out and allows you to trap air inside for extra insulation. Our testers noticed a bit of a leak from the roll-top closure when inverting the cooler. It also has the added benefit, significant on the water, of making the bag float. The IceMule Pro doesn't deliver multiple days of extreme ice retention, but it's enough to get you through a hot day. When emptied, it's much more collapsible than stiffer, softer coolers meant to retain ice for multiple days, an important feature when conserving space in a boat or on a pack. Stiffer soft coolers are not collapsible and take up the same amount of space regardless of whether they're in use. We tested the extra-large 33-liter size and the 23-liter large size, which is probably plenty for most people's day trips. While perhaps not its most exciting use, we also found the IceMule Pro a great addition to grocery trips to keep refrigerated and frozen items cold in my vehicle. Carrying it around was comfortable, thanks to the padded straps and chest and hip straps, and the weight was evenly distributed. Our testers also liked the spout for draining water. Number 2. RTIC Insulated Soft Cooler Bag. The RTIC Soft Pack Cooler has a similar feel and look to a Yeti cooler but comes at a more accessible cost. And there's not much difference in performance for the RTIC. A 2-inch closed-cell foam boosts the insulation. It only raised about 11 degrees between 2 and 24 hours of having it filled with ice during our lab test, compared to about 7 degrees for the comparable Yeti we tested. While our testers noted this cooler is large and heavy and not the easiest to lug around, we also appreciate that the cooler floats in the water, is spill and leak-proof, and comes in 4 sizes. We also found it to be an ideal road trip size as it's small enough to fit easily into a car yet sufficient to carry drinks and snacks for a few people. We enjoyed using this cooler on a road trip from California to the Midwest and back to California and saw it as the perfect cooling co-pilot. Number 3. Orca 20 Can Soft-Sided Cooler. Like RTIC, Orca has taken the soft cooler design many people associate with the Yeti hopper and made it their own. Besides the fact it looks almost identical to Yeti's hopper, it's got the same beefy construction with massive walls for insulation, burly denier on the outside, and an attachment system. But Orca has added innovations like the magnetic split handle and some newfangled welding adopted from whitewater craft construction. The result is one of our favorite coolers we tested that could probably be dropped from a 5-story building with minimum damage. Despite looking like a Yeti and having thicker insulation on its lid, by half an inch, it didn't quite have the same performance as the Yeti hopper. At the end of our 24-hour ice test, the Orca had no remaining solid ice, while the Yeti had some. And where the Yeti's inner temperature increased by about 6 degrees over 24 hours, the Orca's went up by about 13 degrees. Still, if you're looking for a cooler that has the aesthetics, design, and durability of a Yeti but don't want to spend quite the amount, we don't blame you. The Orca is a solid alternative. Number 4. IceMule Boss 30-liter Backpack Cooler. We didn't throw this backpack cooler off the side of a mountain yet, but we probably could, and it'd be fine. IceMule's Boss Backpack Cooler is incredibly rugged and has some serious insulation. The design reminds me of a single big backpack that people use for backpack travel, is how one of our testers put it. IceMule uses proprietary fabrics, welded seams, and extra padded straps to make this one heavy-duty yet comfortable backpack. Our testers loved this pack's comfort compared to other large backpack coolers, thanks mainly to the extra padding and chest and waist straps. While the Boss is very durable and comfy to carry, it didn't do as well in ice and cold retention compared to Yeti's hopper backflip backpack cooler. Some 24 hours after we put ice in the coolers, the inside temperature of the Boss increased by 19 degrees compared to just 7 degrees in the Yeti. And where the Yeti still had about half of its ice frozen, our testers reported only about 20% of the ice placed in the IceMule stayed frozen. Still, this is the one for you if you're looking for a cooler that will keep your drinks and food cold and your shoulders and back comfortable while going on a day hike. Number 5. Arctic Zone Titan Deep Freeze. We love the Titan Deep Freeze Cooler from Arctic Zone for car camping and picnics. Besides having some of the best cold retention, more on that in a bit, the Titan has some excellent features for picnic organization. We dig the hard body liner that comes out of the cooler and can serve as a shelf or table. We like the side mesh pockets to store utensils, napkins, or other picnic items that do not need cooling. And we like the bottle opener. But what impressed us most was the cold retention of the Titan. Some 24 hours after we put ice into the Titan, the inside temperature only raised 5 degrees, better than both Yeti coolers we tested. There's no zipper on the lid, just a Velcro-like closure, so be sure the cooler stays upright in transportation. And while it claims to hold 30 cans with ice, we found it much easier to fit 20 cans with adequate ice. Still, we didn't find a much better option for your picnic outings. Deep freeze high-performance insulation with radiant heat barrier and triple-layer cold block base combined to create superior cooling. The interior lining is leak-proof and has microband to help protect against bacterial odors and stains and make the lining easier to clean. The cooler's exterior includes an expandable, insulated front compartment. The detachable all-terrain cart features an expandable, extra-wide base, all-terrain wheels, retractable, telescopic hook-and-go handle and can hold up to 100 pounds/45.4 kg. If you want to use the cooler without the cart, the Backsaver adjustable shoulder strap centers load weight to help make the cooler easier to carry. Both the cooler and cart collapse for easy storage.